Hey guys, in this video, we'll talk about the value of the paid season pass, also known as the Black Spirit Pass. These are all the items on the right side of the season pass where you need to pay 3,000 pearls to unlock. We're going to value all these items and see if it's worth it to get the Black Spirit Pass or not. Historically, the paid season pass has always changed in value. The first time they introduced seasons, the pass was insane value. I believe it was around 1600 pearls and gave multiple maids along with nutty things like outfits and whatnot. The next couple of passes went absolutely garbage in value, with the price being up to 3,000 and not much being in the pass at all. However, since they changed seasons to become permanent, the pass has gotten a bit better, and now in this video we'll see if it's worth it to buy or not. In order to value the pass, we broke down each item you can get into either pearl or silver value. Any item where we couldn't really get a pearl value, we made a silver value for. We are going to get into how we valued these pearl items, but keep in mind that later in the video, we'll do multiple valuations based on if you don't value stacks, loot scrolls, inventory expansions, crons, and other random items. The first valuation though will include all these items on the pass. Looking at our data, most things are taken straight from the price on the Pearl shop. Classic outfit boxes are 2,900 pearls, horse flute is 2,250, and maids are 1,200 pearls. The 4-slot inventory expansion is just the 16-slot expansion divided by 4. Items like Crons and 7-day-old moon buffs are simply the ratio of outfit or buffs on the Pearl store. Crons are 3.42 pearls each, and 7-day-old moons are 583.3 pearls each. Now we get into the weirder items to value. I value loot scrolls at around 50 pearls each. I personally don't need more loot scrolls, and as mentioned earlier, we will do a valuation without these included, but I think for those who need loot scrolls, 50 pearls is give or take around what they are worth. Time-filled blackstones I valued at the ratio of trading them into loot scrolls. 300 time-filled gives 1 loot scroll, so 200 is about 33 pearls. 80 stacks I value at about 550 pearls, since on the loyalty shop you can get them for around 10,000 loyalties. Most other items on the store for 10,000 loyalties are around 500 to 600 pearl value. The 70 stack I also valued this way at 413 pearls. The 1,000 loyalties we valued at 55 pearls with the same reasoning behind it. Book of Life PA values the exact same as old moon books, so I put the same pearl valuation. Again, since I know most people don't really want these, it's one of the first items I'll take away in my more strict valuations. Seals of Journey I valued at the ratio of getting the 100 stack with seals. I kind of value these pretty low since it's pretty easy to get the good, one-time trade-ins without buying the pass, just doing the free-to-play pass, so unless you're really trying to rush 2 items and can only make 1 season character, it's not really going to be worth it. You can get 120 of the seals for free with every season character you make, so you will run out of the valuable things to trade in for, and the permanent trades kind of suck, with the best being maybe the Agris coin. The final weird pearl item is probably the event travel kit for levels 57, 58, 59, and 60. Using the same method I had before, these are around 1,150 pearls since they include artisans, comma buff, loot scrolls, and aliens tiers. They also include silver items, so it has a silver value. Moving on to the items that are valued with silver, the boxes are the main things, with them being around 100 mil silver each in the past, so that's what I valued them as. Everything else, like the blackstones, aren't worth that much, but they're also included in the silver calculations. Finally, for the first valuation, if we add up all the pearl items together, we get that it's around 19,113 pearls and around half a billion silver for 3,000 pearls. If we find the discount equivalents, we can see that this is the same as buying a 19,000 pearl item for 84.3% off, as it is only 3,000 pearls. Along with that discount, you get half a billion silver. Now keep in mind, this is just the first valuation that includes every single item as a pearl item, but even then it's a really good deal if you can use all the items in the paid season pass. A 84.3% discount is basically one of the best discounts you can get in the store no matter what event is happening. Again, if you can use all the pearl items that you get, this is a crazy deal. With that being said, let's start taking away some of the kind of random items that most people will find hard to use. In the second valuation, I took away the inventory expansions as most people will have more than enough inventory slots without paying. I also took away the Book of Life, Loyalties, and Aliens tiers from the Event Travel Kit. These are all nice to have items, but I doubt most people would be willing to spend pearls on them. Even with these taken out, it's still a value of 16.5 thousand pearls and is a discount equivalence of 81.86%. This is still a really amazing deal. With that being said, we aren't even close to being done. Let's take away all the loot scrolls and loot scroll equivalents. Loot scrolls are nice to have, but not all players are loot scroll starved, so it may not really apply to them. Also, some players who use loot scrolls may value them a lot less than 50 pearls each, so it makes it easier if we just remove them. Time-filled stones are also no longer traded in for loot scrolls, rather we got the average silver from trading them into stacks. That increases our silver value but does not increase our pearl value. We also took loot scrolls out of the event travel kit, so that is reduced also. Even without loot scrolls, we only lose 900 pearls and are down to 15,400 pearls, which is still an 80% discount. That is honestly still an amazing deal, and it doesn't include any of the weird items or loot scrolls. The next valuation we take away is stacks, since a lot of players are unlikely to use them pretty efficiently, and these are only tet stacks, so it's really easy to waste them. A lot of players also may value them a lot lower, so in this valuation we just took them away. Most players don't really enhance and just have a ton of leftover stacks. Without any of the stacks and enhancement aid box, we're down to 13,600 pearls, which is a discount equivalence of 78%. This is honestly still a really good deal, and most of the items are still decent value. This is the same as buying every item on that pass at a 78% discount, which is really good. Now we get onto the fifth valuation. This valuation is around where I fall, where I have enough loot scrolls and don't really need that much more stacks. We take away all the seals since most players can get more than enough without buying this pass. We're down to 12.3 thousand pearl value, which is about a 75% discount equivalence. We only really have Crons, which is nice, the outfit, 2 maids, which are always useful, and the horse flute. We also have the 7-day old moon and 7-day comma blessing with 10 arties from the travel aid box. These are all pretty good items and I think most players would enjoy having. In this case, it's still a 75% discount, so if you need these items, it's honestly still a really good deal. The flute is super convenient if you need it on a character, and 2 maids can always help with inventory management. Again, this is around where I fall, so in my opinion, this pass is about a 75% discount on all the items left in the pass. If you're doing seasons and you want a 75% discount on these items, then it's worth buying. With that being said, there's still 2 more valuations, and one of them is pretty weird. The next valuation is taking away Crons. This is for people who don't want Crons and never really enhance. Without Crons, it's still worth around 9,000 pearls, which is a 66% discount equivalence. At this point, it's getting a little bit weird, but if you still want the 2 maids and flute, a 66% discount equivalence isn't bad. However, if you don't value the outfit since you don't want the Crons from it and you aren't going to sell it on the central market, it gets even worse, being around a 50% discount equivalence. With that being said, even at a 50% discount, 2 maids and a horse flute is actually a pretty good deal. You also get a bonus of 500 million silver, so that's nice. If you're already doing seasons, getting this pass honestly isn't that bad, even if you never really enhance and you don't want the outfit. Before the conclusion, I wanted to add a special one in for people who are super whaley endgame and don't really need anything except for Crons and maybe the old moon and comma buffs. In this scenario, I took away the value of maids and the horse flute, but put back in Crons and the value of the Seal of Journeys if they were turned into Crons. In this scenario, with basically just Crons and buffs, it's still a nice discount equivalence of 62.33%. If you took away the buffs also, it would be around 55%, which for Crons only isn't that bad if you are a whale. This is just a bonus one since it's probably not going to be the best thing to do if you are whaling for Crons, since you still need to do all the seasoned missions. but it's not awful if you already are doing seasons. So, in conclusion, if you want the big ticket items like the Maid and Horse Flute, this pass is almost always going to be worth picking up. Even at the most extreme valuation, this pass gives these items at more than a 50% discount, which is still a really good deal. With that being said, if you don't want the maids or flutes, then this pass is probably not going to be amazing, as it only gives crons and random items. Again, this pass does require you to do the entirety of seasons, so it is expected to be pretty decent value compared to the regular sales where you can just buy the pearl items from the store without putting in any effort. I would say that this pass has bounced back and it is pretty good to pick up, but not required in any means. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope to see you all next time.